Good morning. Have a little better understanding of the Asian bow, great method of social distancing. Going to work on simple balance exercises this morning. So start with your feet parallel, hip width, and let's open up the body by breathing the hands up the inside and exhaling the hands down the outside. Soften your knees. Even as your hands rise up, don't lock out your knees, just lengthen the spine. Breath in, settle, breath out. One more time. Forward circles, so put a little angle on one foot, reach just a little forward with the other and go low, forward, rise up, and stay tall as you move back. Low to the front and taller to the rear. We'll do this rather briefly, and you can find the length of repetitions that's good for you. Stop and reverse. Still high as your, this time body as tall as you move forward and settles to the back. Obviously a knee exercise, so if your knees are sore, then just a real little motion, but if the body allows, then settle a lot of weight into the back leg, bring it forward, settle it into the front leg, bring it back. Keep all the weight back, and you can draw one leg back. Change the other side, but start by going parallel with your feet. It's very important that you come back to center. Find your center. Then a little angle on the other side. Foot slides straight forward so that you keep the body width. Now I'm low, really supported in the back leg. Then I fill the front leg. And now I'm tall as I move back. Low as I move forward. And then again, what your knees are comfortable with. Higher and lower, more of a weight shift if your body allows. If not, just a real gentle circle. Goes 60-40, a little more weight to the back, a little more weight to the front. And then reverse. Draw the weight back low, forward as you're tall. Same thing, can be a very small circle, but have a little weight shift. Or if the body allows, then settle a little deeper into the legs and rise a little more. Notice my hands naturally engage and move with my body. We're going to circle one more time, then we'll settle our weight in the back leg and draw the weight back. Notice I take the time to get my feet parallel. Now let's widen the stance, go out with one foot a little, out with the other foot a little, and we'll turn side to side. So put one hand on top and turn towards that elbow, and then roll the hands over and come back the other direction. As always, the principles apply that what's comfortable for your body, but don't be lax. So maybe I can turn a little more now that I've moved a couple rotations. So this is what we're looking for, is how comfortable are you rotating as you bring the weight over to each side. I'm trying to keep my knees lined up over my ankles and not drop my knee into the side. And then feel all the weight bearing on one leg. Not all the weight, but the weight shifting side to side. And then for the last two, I'm going to turn just a little more. And the same on this side, just a little more. Then bring it back to center and we'll pulse slightly. Rise up, open up, settle down. One more time, inhale. Stoke the fires. These are your bellows. Roll the hands over, stoke the fire, gather, and then one foot comes back in a little, the other foot comes back in a little, and then let's just get a little energy out into the hands circling the hands, but create a little tension in the wrists so that they can relax as well as tense. Go the other way. Twist the ulnar radius, both in. Roll your hands forward to circle the elbows and back. Move your feet a little. If you're starting to realize your knees are clenching, roll your shoulders back and forward. Again, do what's comfortable for you, but if you can take one hand and reach down the top of the head and the other hand reach up the spine, unless, the youngins can clasp their hands behind them, but work your hands towards each other a little. Look what I'm doing. I'm trying to open my chest, and this brings my head up a little. I'm still not lifting my chin though. I'm keeping my chin tucked. And then relax down and go to the other side. This hand comes straight down behind the head, and the other hand comes straight up the spine. This side I get a lot closer with my hands behind me. I'm not going to show, but again, I'm opening the chest, close to open. And then work the hands a little closer and be a little taller, but again, don't roll your head back. This actually supports the head from going back. And then unwind that. Take a minute to let that effect register. Now we're back to the legs, because the legs are your connection with earth. So a little angle on one foot, put all your weight into that one foot and slide the other foot slightly forward. If you're more advanced, you're going to lift that front foot an inch or 2 inches off the ground. Now I'm doing toe touches, but all I need you to do is rest on the ball of the foot as a balancing point, but get your spine aligned so that your crown of your head, your center of your pelvis, and your heel are all in one line, and you're feeling it either in the quads or the glutes. And then the slight lift of the front foot is to see that you're not doing this, that you're not here and have to rock back to pick up the foot, but that you're nicely centered so that when the leg comes up, ideally nothing moves much. It's a little hard to do first thing. You need to be a little more warmed up potentially. Second side, bring this foot back, keep a little angle out on it, and lift the other foot. Again, we're paying attention to the alignment of the spine over the supporting leg. And then if you can lift the foot, the other thing to do is to find a desk or just the wall for just a light amount of balance support. And it gets a lot easier, and then I can really work on the strength of this supporting leg. And then the same thing, I don't want to jut the knee forward, but I can drop my hips a little lower. Again, that's much more advanced than you may be wanting to do just yet. If so, rest the ball of the foot on the floor, but keep your balance point and all the weight in one leg. Try that on the other side. So again, I'm pointing my foot almost perpendicular to the wall behind me. And now it's a lot easier to lift this leg, but don't be arching forward because of it. You gotta imagine you don't have that support so that your spine is nicely aligned, and then when this leg comes up, nothing has changed. But I see I rock a little, so if I just have a little, like I say, a desk is good too. Just having your hand on a desk can stabilize things. And you don't have to hang out here with your foot off the ground or your knee like a flat platform, but if the body allows. And then one more time on the other side. This is going to be a lot of focus on the legs. That's why we did a quick break for the arms. But again, you can see I'm trying to just do a little lift with the leg and not have anything else move. I'm not coming forward to put my foot down, keeping my weight balance. Then I come back, get my feet parallel. Pay attention to the important things is that I'm not collapsed, so I'm open under my arms. I'm not locked out in my knees, but you can do that to feel how they release. Ideally, You've rolled your pelvis forward slightly because we tend to stick the tail back and round the shoulders to the front. So roll the lower pelvis under, which really ensures that the knees are not locked out, and then pulling the chin in slightly so the shoulders relax to the front helps lengthen the neck. So even just standing there, feeling that good posture. And then 2 more exercises. This is what I found for my prop. This might even be a little tall, but my handy dandy trash can. What am I doing? Up and over. Why do I need a prop to do this? Because after you're moving with me, right? Lift the leg up, go a little wide of the object so that I can bring the other foot. Because now I noticed that I was starting to get lax, because after a certain amount of reps, then the foot's not going to want to go so high. But maybe all you need is a couple books to start. And then maybe 201 is I make my object wider. Then with my Tai Chi practice, I try and get so that nothing else is moving as I do this big step. Upper body is quiet. Spine is keeping its line. Needless to say, you can do that for strengthening. You can do many more repetitions. One other prop that I brought was a pillow. All I'm doing is stepping onto the pillow that I found was okay to put on the floor. I guess you're not the kid, so I don't have to worry about you going grabbing Dad's favorite pillow. No different? Maybe just ever so slightly. There it goes, it got me. So stepping on and off an unfamiliar, uneven object. They make 2-inch, 1-inch mats that slightly compress just to get on and off. And the other thing that you feel then is that weight shift. So pay attention, right foot on, right foot off, left foot on, left foot off. And we'll do 4 more. Again, the point is slightly different surface, fully weighting into one leg, fully weighting into the other, committing to that step, but noticing that, oh, it's safe. And so with most of these exercises, the more you slow it down, the more you're going to reprogram, awaken your mind to better proprioception. Thank you for your time.